What's up guys, Luis here and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to be talking about the top 3 credit cards that I like to use for my dropshipping businesses. The reason I'm doing this video is because I just recently released a video on how much it costs to actually start dropshipping. And one of the questions that I got was which credit cards are you using, because I did mention the use of credit cards in a way to not use technically any of your own money to start dropshipping. So again, in this video, we're going to be going over the top 3 credit cards that I personally like to use and recommend for dropshippers. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on these, make sure you guys drop them down in the comments. But before we get started, make sure you guys hit that like button and make sure you guys are subscribed if you are not already subscribed. So let's get started. So the number 1 credit card that I recommend for a beginner dropshipper, beginning dropshipping typically is retail dropshipping. I definitely recommend the Business Prime card. So the Amazon Business Prime card. I'll have a bigger photo on the screen of it. And the reason I recommend this card is it does have 5% cash back every single year on the first $120,000 you spend that specific year. So that'll reset January 1st, or I think it's whenever you actually got the card. So it'll restart on the anniversary of your card. So that's a huge benefit because it adds to your overall net profit on these items. 5% is a lot when it comes to dropshipping because most people are shooting for 10 to 15% gross margin, right? This card alone will push you up to 20 because it has that extra 5%. So it's just a good way to make money on the back end for that first $120,000 in sales that you do make. Another perk that this card offers is that as soon as you get approved, no matter what, even if you don't spend $1, you get a $100 gift card to Amazon, which is, if you're already using Amazon as a supplier, that's just straight profit. So just getting this card, you're gonna get $100 in profit for your dropshipping business if you get approved for it. And it's pretty easy to get approved for this card, as long as you have a Prime account of some sort. And the third reason is after you've already spent that $120,000 and you've gotten your 5% cash back, the other option that you can use with this card is 90-day payment terms. So what does that mean? You don't have to pay this card off for 90 days. So with a lot of these dropshipping platforms, Amazon, Facebook, Walmart, they tend to hold your money for a little while, right? So if you are doing this business without any of your own money, this is a great card to use because of that reason. You don't have to pay off the card at the end of the month like you do other charge cards. So for example, my Amex Platinum and my Amex Plum that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I have to pay off at the end of every single month. So with this card, you have a little bit longer payment terms and it's going to help you run your business and kind of be able to leverage that money a little bit further. But that's pretty much it for the Amazon Business Prime card. It's a great card, great first card to get started with, and it's metal, so it just feels nice in your hand. I don't know if everybody wants it for that reason. Just metal cards are like, they just feel cool when you drop them, so just get it. So my second favorite card is going to be the Amex Plum card. So there she is. It's the color, plum color. Probably why they named it that. Makes sense. But the reason I like this card is for a variety of reasons. It doesn't have a ton of benefits on the back end as far as like perks, but it just has really cool unlimited 1.5% cash back if you pay back your usage early on the card. And it also has 60-day terms. So similar to the Amazon Prime where you have 90 days, you have 60 days with this card, which is better than 30 days, right? But again, that 90 days is gonna be a little bit better. But for this card, the cool part is the scale factor. So there is no preset limit for this card. So what exactly does that mean? It doesn't mean you just have unlimited spending power, but it does mean that it will be increased gradually as you spend more. So from what I've seen, usually when somebody gets approved for this card, their spending limit is anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000. But if you max that out every single month, they'll raise it. So I started my Plum card about a year ago, and I started with like $10,000 in spending power. And now my Plum card has close to $150,000 in spending power. So what is that gonna do for your dropshipping business? It means that you have $150,000 in spending power to buy products for your dropshipping business, which is great, right? Because you can only scale so much if you're just using cash. If you're able to leverage a lot of these credit cards, you can scale your dropshipping business to the moon. So that is one of the main reasons that I do like the Plum card, is that the scale factor is just, it's pretty crazy how much spending power you can get from this card alone. So the last card that I want to talk about is the American Express Platinum card, the Business Platinum card, excuse me. The reason I want to talk about this one is it doesn't necessarily have a lot of benefits when it comes to purchasing your products, but I really feel like dropshipping is a big business that people choose because they want to travel. You don't have to be anywhere. You can work wherever you want, which is kind of crazy and it's kind of cool. So that's why I am recommending this card for dropshippers, just because there's so many travel perks that come with this card. There's other perks as well, but I'm going to be going over some of the travel perks that I like specifically with this card. But I do need to disclose that right away that this card does have a yearly fee, and the yearly fee is $695. So just to have this card costs you about $700 a year. but that's easily paid for with the perks that you're gonna get and that you're gonna hear about, that I'm about to talk about right now. So number one is that the bonus right now is actually 150,000 points for $15,000 in spend in the first 3 months. Usually it's about 100,000 points, but right now 150,000 points equates to about $3,000 in travel expenses. So obviously you can see that with just this benefit alone, the first year of owning this card is already paid for. And that $150,000 in points is about, again, $3,000, but it can go a lot further if you know how to maximize your points by, sending your points to a travel partner. You can send them to the airline, and sometimes you can redeem them for more. But overall, again, it's about $3,000, and it's just free money. Number two is that you actually get free lounge access at all the airports that have lounges, and it's usually all the major airports, and it's super convenient, right? So I live here in Las Vegas, Nevada, so if I'm ever flying out, I get to the airport a little bit early and I go to the lounge, right? What's so cool about the lounges? At the lounges, you're gonna get free food, free drinks, and I mean free. Like, yeah, you should tip, but they're not gonna bill you for anything. Like, you go in there and order whatever you want from the bar, get whatever food you want from the little buffet. They have like nicer waiting areas than just sitting on the chair next to the terminal. Sometimes they have beds, they have little studios, they have so much things at these freaking lounges, and it's pretty crazy that it's all included with this. As long as you have a boarding pass and this card, you go in, you show them your boarding pass, you show them card, boom, you got access, you got free food, free drinks. That alone, I mean, how much is that really saving you? Because everybody knows airport food is expensive, airport drinks are expensive, so unlimited drinks and food in the lounges, and you probably have somewhere to lie down and not just sit. So super cool perk, and I love it. It's like, I get to the airports early just to use that perk if I do have a flight. So number three is that you actually get clear and TSA pre-check for free, or reimbursed for it. So if you spend $170 to get the clear pass, it's free. So what are these two things? Essentially they're the same thing, but they're gonna let you skip the TSA line, right? So usually the 2-3 hour line, depending on what day you travel, you can skip it and you go to the TSA pre-check line, or that you get to cut from the line because you're cleared, right? They just do a background check on you, and then you have that on your boarding pass and you're good to go. And it's free. Usually I think it costs anywhere between $100 and $150, but that's reimbursed for you for free if you pay for it with this card. So another perk is that you actually get $200 in airline credit for incidental fees. So what exactly does that mean? Is that you can't use that $200 to go buy your plane ticket, but any other fees that come along with that ride, you can get. So if you want to get an extra bag checked, right? Usually they charge for that. You can get that reimbursed with that $200. Any food that you buy on the plane, any drinks that you buy on the plane, if you want to buy the in-flight Wi-Fi, whatever it is that's in that flight, in that travel experience, you can get that reimbursed up to $200. I usually just like to get the in-flight Wi-Fi because it's only like $9 or $10. And that means I have in-flight Wi-Fi for the next 20 flights. So that's what I like to use, but you can use it for any drinks or any food on the flight. And yet another perk, and this is also a great one, is you actually get Marriott Gold status and Hilton Gold status with this card. So if you already are traveling, right, you're a dropshipper that likes to work remote and you're just traveling the world, make sure you try to stay at a Marriott or a Hilton, because even if you book the cheapest room, you're still gonna get upgraded to the nicest room available at that time, which is great. Like every time I've stayed at a Hilton or a Marriott, we get the automatic upgrade to like a suite or whatever, like the highest, whatever. They're gonna upgrade you to the most premium room available at that time. They're not gonna put you ahead of a paying customer for that room, but if that room's available and it's not busy for your stay, it's not occupied for your stay, you're gonna end up getting it for free, which is super cool. So just book the cheapest room you can get at the Marriott or the Hilton, and make sure you do it with this card, and you're gonna get upgraded to the nicest room once you actually get there. So that's just a few of the benefits that come along with the American Express Platinum Business Card. I am gonna go more in depth on just this specific card alone in a future video, but those are some of the perks that really are gonna apply to a traveling dropshipper, somebody who likes to work remote, and somebody who just wants to enjoy their traveling experience while they are able to work remote. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on that, make sure you guys drop that down in the comments. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys did find any sort of value from this video, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you also follow me on my social media. My handle will be right here. And also, guys, if you do want to get any of these cards, I will have 3 links down below for every single card. And just to be blunt, it is a referral link, so it is going to benefit me. I'll get $100, I believe, for every referral, but you'll also get an extra $100 in statement credit. So it's going to benefit both of us, and I would really appreciate that. If you guys have any questions at all that I didn't go over, make sure you guys drop them down in the comments, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.